There are many times I've told you in the audience that white supremacists are everywhere. I told you they're in the courtroom, they're in the judge's seat, they're in the district attorney, they're on a police department. Case in point, this video, and why we have the issues that we have when it comes to the criminal so-called justice system. Now, a judge in upstate New York was forced off of the bench after posting an online image of a noose and a Trump campaign slogan, which a state commission concluded showed political or racial bias, officials said on Tuesday. Now, Kyle R. Canning, a part-time judge in Altonia, New York. Now, any cases that Kyle has been a part of, they need to review them, especially the sentencing of black defendants versus white defendants, since you have this obvious instrument of terrorism that he is posting on his page. Now, they say it's near the Canadian border, and he posted the image to his Facebook account, and with the words, we want to make America great again, we have to make evil people fear punishment again, an instrument of terrorism. Now, the New York State Commission, Canning, he's 29 years old, fails to maintain the high standards of conduct, so the integrity of the independence of the judiciary would be preserved. That he failed to avoid impropriety and the appearance of impropriety, and that he failed to respect and comply with the law and failed to act in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. So the news, the commission said, conveyed racial and or political bias. It's way more than racial bias here. This is terrorism. Anyone promoting a noose is a terrorist to me and a terrorist to the black American, because we know the noose has been used as an agent and a weapon of terrorism by the oldest domestic terrorist group in America called the Ku Klux Klan. We have to label them as terrorists, brothers and sisters. We can't call them racist. We have to call them terrorists, because we have 400 years of domestic terrorism waged upon us. No other group has had domestic terrorism waged on them like the black man and black woman of America. No one. But yet everybody coming to this country off of our backs, everything that we fought for, everybody want to pull from everything that we have died for and then disrespect us at the same time. That's why we're calling that out now with all these other groups, and even groups who identify themselves by alphabets as well, because you sliding in on our struggle too. Now, they say the noose, they were saying, is incendiary image with repugnant racial connotations, according to a commissioner, Administrator Robert H. Timbekchin. So they say that the judge Canning posted the message in early 2018. Someone complained to the commission in August of that year, and the commission lodged a formal complaint against him in May of this year. So he got to be there all that time while y'all knew that news was posted to his Facebook page. He should have been sat down while the investigation was going on. In his June resignation letter, Canning said he was quitting his position with a sense of despair. They have presented me with several different options in resolving what they claim to be a serious offense. Now, he continues to say, I feel as though due to my current financial situation and obligations to my family, I'm being coerced into resigning. Now, he said he apologized to his fellow Altonia judge for the inconvenience of hardship on his departure. Now, he said Canning also agreed to never seek or accept another judicial position. Maybe not in that place, but really he felt he did nothing wrong. He felt that was okay. And this is the people, ladies and gentlemen, that is on the bench in America. You have stone cold white supremacists. And you notice that the white supremacists are so comfortable in that Republican Party. Now, I'm not saying they don't have nothing in the Democrat Party now. They're just a different type. But this one, I'm talking about having a noose, and you saying that that's the only way you're going to make America, quote unquote, great again. America has never been great for black people. Never. It's no point in time that black people could say this is the time that America has been so great. We was allowed to be free. We was allowed to live in peace. No police brutality, no lynching, no mobs. no wealth gap. We got to live in an equal time. We haven't seen that day yet. So America has never been great for black people. Never. Now, we may point to a time period our families a little bit more together, but even during that time period, we're still being lynched. Our church was still being bombed. We may say we had more businesses during segregation, but if a white mob wanted to come lynch you, they just do it. We have a lynching museum. It shows you how much terrorism was waged against black people. But it's finally good that he's off the bench. But he isn't the only one. He was just caught. How many more is on the benches in America right now? And they are using their racism to sentence black people when they come up in court. It just isn't the racist district attorneys or the racist cops. It's the racist judges too. That's why their whole system has to be start over completely, because the way it's set up completely against black people. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story. Those of you brothers and sisters who live in that area, I'm glad that that racist is off the bench. But trust me, he isn't the only one. That's why, brothers and sisters, you're going to have to start getting involved. And you're going to have to start running for elections. We can't just say, oh, this one is that one is this. Local politics affect you way more than that presidential election. I'm going to keep saying that. You can't control your local politics. Start running, start getting politically acclimated and motivated. Because if we allow racist judges to sit there, remember, a judge can be voted in or out. Brother or sister that's a lawyer, why don't you go run and take that position?